Welcome to today's report, the 15th of May, 2024. Right. Today I want to discuss a bit something crucial that's happening right now, and that topic is Netanyahu faces critical decision points. We are at that point where I think it is rather important to know what's going to happen next and see hopefully I believe we are at the juncture where the decision whether this war is going to continue prolong or it's coming to an end already at that point. So the White House has supported Israel throughout the Israel-Gaza war, allowing Israel to largely ignore international criticisms. We have seen that in the UN Assembly, everything in it's in that Israel just don't care. So, however, even the Biden administration has its limits. You just can't take their support for granted. The Netanyahu's government determination to launch a full-scale attack on Rafah has led to the US to halt some of its military aid to Israel. Despite this, Netanyahu remains defiant, insisting that Israel will stand alone if necessary. So the question right now is, how far will Netanyahu push the limits of US support? An attack on Rafah without ensuring civilian safety would defy US wishes and raise serious questions about the future of Israel-US relationship. Now, in the recent interview, President Biden acknowledged that American bombs had killed civilians in Gaza, bringing the US closer to recognizing that Israel tactics might exceed legitimate war fighting. Additionally, a US State Department report suggests that Israel may have used American weapons in ways that violate international humanitarian law. Only yesterday, we have seen again the UN aid convoy was attacked for, if I'm not wrong, the second time or even more than that. But I mean, reported in the news in a large way. So that was like the second time he's been doing that. And it's always the same kind of reasons. They said, no, it was a mistake, that kind of things, right? So for now, the US will continue to provide Israel with defensive weapons, such as missile interceptors, that's like the Iron Dome, to protect Israel. However, the supply of artillery shells and powerful bombs for offensive operations can no longer be taken for granted. They don't want that anymore. So Netanyahu is deeply concerned about this shift. Definitely, you can see that he can't run. He also fears that he and some colleagues might even be indicted by the International Criminal Court, or the ICC. And for that, Israel wants the US to exert pressure on the ICC and provide rhetorical support against accusations of war crimes or even genocide, right? So in past discussions about Gaza-Israel war, I have predicted that the US would withdraw its support if it faced economic or political repercussions, right? If start hurting them, then they will do. So if you look at the overall polls, we are going to have the presidential elections come November. If you look at it, Trump is currently leading, in most of the polls, and even in the so-called swing states, that previously support Biden. Now, Trump is also leading there as well. So Biden cannot afford to alienate young progressive outraged by the Gaza war. So for those that really do not want war, they might just swing and vote Trump instead, and Biden cannot afford that, right? So other than Biden, we also need to see why is Netanyahu, he's like, they are defiant, because Netanyahu's political career is also at risk. To remain in power, he needs the backing of the far right, who are the strongest advocates for an attack on Rafah. So you can see his hands are also tied. He just can't, he just can't say, no, I don't want, and go on. His political career is at stake. Now, if he comes down, he loses in the support and he's no more the head of Israel, then he could actually face the court in ICC. And at that time, if the new Israel leader decides to throw Netanyahu under the bus, and I believe US would just say, oh, carry on. So that is something that Netanyahu has to weigh on his shoulders as well. So end of the day, will Biden's decision on weapons force Israel to end the war? The coming weeks will be crucial. Look out for news with regards to this development. We'll see. So anyway, a peaceful resolution could possibly affect global markets, benefiting the S&P 500. Improved global stability can lead to better economic conditions worldwide, supporting US equities. However, you still need to remember the ongoing Ukraine war may limit the extent to which S&P 500 benefits from the end of the Gaza war. Okay, but we need to settle one first. You settle one and then we focus on the other. Okay, so watch out for this because that could actually change the overall market movements. Yeah. Okay, so that's a report for today.